These are my thoughts, not facts. They are subject to change at any moment, at any time. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Let's just get straight into it, right? I had a guy send me some flowers, some beautiful roses. He asked me what my favorite flowers were, and I told him, and he sent them to me, right? They were absolutely beautiful. Go have a look on my TikTok if you don't have me on there, right? And they were absolutely stunning, right? And I haven't met this guy. Guys, I haven't met this guy before, and we are due to meet, but we haven't met yet, okay? And he sent them to me. So I recorded a little video to put on TikTok. He actually said to me, hey, you should record this kind of thing, right? Like, I was like, okay. Like, I love a guy that supports and encourages what I love to do, which is create content, right? So of course I recorded it, and I just thought it was genuinely a really, really cute video. And of course I had the little comments like, oh my god, that's crazy. You gave your address to a guy that you don't even know and he sent you flowers? How desperate. Zero survival skills. I just find it crazy. To me, it seems like nowadays it's more normal for a woman to meet up with a guy that she's maybe just met from Tinder or something like that. Allow him to take you out to eat at a bare minimum restaurant, if that. Then go back to his house or a hotel, maybe because it has a spa or something. Then allow him to be intimate with you. And then everyone's like, yes, empowerment. See, girls, what? Guys? It is more normal for somebody to be intimate and share their body with somebody that they do not know. As in, I mean, like, one chat off Tinder or something or online, meet up, be intimate, and that's okay. That's given empowerment. But a man that's trying to pursue me, sending me flowers to my address, which is very secure, right? It seemed to be so crazy and wild. Guys, I've been single for some months now. Like, what are you guys talking about? I feel like modern day dating has ruined what I believe the dating experience or the whole courting phase should be. The traditional values have completely been eradicated because of modern day dating, and I feel like there's pros and cons to this, alright, and I can always get into that on another video, but I want to talk about why are we settling for less. A guy sending you flowers, trying to pursue you, trying to get to know you, trying to impress you, it's how it should be before you start doing XYZ, right? Meeting somebody you don't know, going to a hotel with somebody you don't know, doing all of these other things with somebody that you don't know is like, yes, I'm getting to know the person, but flowers is mad. Guys, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? If a guy is serious about you, flowers, planning dates, communication, encouragement, all of those things, that's the bare minimum. Guys, that's the bare minimum, right? Let me address this quickly. I understand the concerns with an address. If you are uncomfortable with giving your address to somebody, you can use like, I don't know, like an Amazon, they got them post boxes where you can like just give them an address and you can go pick it up from there. But I was comfortable with giving my address. Guys, when you're meeting a guy and you're going on a date, everyone's like, yes, I'm not going to drive to him, I'm not going to do this. Where does he come and pick you up from your address? Right? And you can know a guy for years that will have your address and everything, and they can still go crazy. You just never know nowadays, right? All you can do is trust your gut and be as safe as possible if you feel like you need to do that, okay? So that's addressed. Always comfortable with you. In my instance, I was very, very comfortable with giving him my address, okay? I'm telling you guys right now, before I get into this video more, right? I'm never, ever, ever in my entire life gonna promote hookup culture. Ever. It's not empowering, it's not safe, and I do not think women should participate in it at all. Obviously, everybody's completely different, and I'm not gonna judge somebody for doing what they want to do, right? What I feel like the problem is, I feel like we have told women, like, yes, It's empowering to sleep with men that you don't know. It's empowering to do this. It's empowering to do that, and get nothing from a man, right? When really and truly, for majority of you, you're not built for that. You're not built for hookup culture. You're not built for it, guys. Like, I've thought about stuff like that. I've accepted the bare minimum before in the past, just about, right? I'm not built for none of that. There's a select amount of women that maybe due to certain things they've gone through or whatever it may be, maybe they're genuinely happy participating in hookup culture, fine. But for a lot of you, when you sit back and reflect how you would feel if you was to constantly share your body with a man that you don't know, then go to this guy and then go to this guy, you're going to feel really depleted. You're going to feel really upset and you're going to feel like your energy is being taken away from you. You're not going to feel good. You're not. You're not. Okay, so let's actually be realistic. As women, we are naturally more emotional. Majority of us, really and truly, we do want the same thing. When it comes to romance, when it comes to love, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't allow these societal norms to pressure you into giving up your body to men that you do not know, that have not invested in you, that have not ever taken time out to get to know you, that have not tried to impress you. Why? They don't deserve it. You don't deserve the pain that you're going to go through when you participate in hookup culture. Not everybody is built for that lifestyle. Save yourself. Let me get into what I really want to talk about, which is, settling for less and accepting the bare minimum in your life, right? I think it's very, very dangerous. You don't need to settle for less. Why should you settle for less when you're a limitless being? I say that in every video. Because you're a limitless being. Why do you need to settle for less, right? You know what you want and you can have that, right? But I completely understand how sometimes when you have gone through heartbreak after heartbreak and you have a lot of pain in your heart and you're scared, I completely understand why sometimes it may feel like a certain type of love and romance or whatever relationship is too hard to reach because you have been so hurt. And I've been there, like, even after my breakup, I really nearly fell into this lack mindset, like, oh, every single guy's the same. They're all trash. I'm just going to play them all. I'm just going to be a future. I'm just going to this. I'm just going to that. And it's never been me. I've had my heart broken more than once, like most of us have, right? We've been betrayed. Many of us have been betrayed in somewhat shape or form. And then we say, oh, I'm just going to be cold. I'm just going to do this. But we ain't built for it. We know we're not built for it. Not all of us are built for it. We'll try and we were like, no, this ain't me. This ain't me. I can't. I'm made and I'm full of love and I have a lot of love to give. And I don't think that's ever going to change. I've gone through so much in life. And every single time I've gone through something, even if it's not like a relationship heartbreak, there's some sort of trauma, I've had this little mindset for a bit where, yeah, I'm just going to be like the people that hurt me. I'm just going to be horrible. And, I'm just going to have a roster and I'm going to be a menace. And then not long after, I'm like, yeah, I physically can't. And right now, I'm in a place where I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm in a place where I don't have the time to be having a roster and rotational dating. I feel like you should always do what is best for you in the stage of life that you're in. And I'm in a stage of life where I don't have the energy for it, right? I'm either not going to be dating and not entertaining guys, or I'm going to speak to somebody that I feel like, okay, we're aligned. And I started this year telling myself that I will be more intentional about the relationships and the connections I have going forward when it comes to men, right? I have a video from the 8th of January. I don't know if it's there because I have a habit of deleting videos or archiving them when they don't get the views that I want. I know, so I'm working on it. But I literally said, like, guys, don't be shocked if I come on here in a couple months and say I'm engaged. Because, guys, when I date, and I knew eventually I would get back into this headspace, right? Once I was, got over certain things and accepted life and where I was and all of that stuff, I knew I'd get back into the headspace where I date to marry. Guys, I give wife. I don't know what to tell you, right? I have no interest in modern day dating or anything like that. And that's just me. Everybody is different, right? But if you're somebody like me and you feel like you want to be a wife, you potentially want to be a mother one day, and you want to carry yourself a specific way, then you need to be intentional about the people you're talking to, right? Because for me, when I'm intentional and I know what I'm doing, guys, I'm not out here entertaining and dealing with nonsense. Guys, I don't have the time. I've got things I'm working on. I've got things I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to transform my life. Do you get what I mean? I'm trying to achieve goals that I haven't achieved yet. I'm trying to explore the world. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to look after my family. I'm trying to be a good friend to the people around me. I'm trying to do so many different things that are very important to me that I don't have the time to be sitting around messaging Matt, Frank, Brad. I don't know. You get what I mean? I just don't have the energy in me to do it. I don't have the energy. So I always believe when I do give my energy out to somebody, I'm going to expect them to follow through. I'm going to expect them to give husband energy. I'm going to expect them to pursue. I'm going to expect him to want to impress me, right? I'm going to expect him to want to show me love and be romantic because, guys, I've settled for less in the past and I will never do it again. I have settled for less in the past and I've settled for the bare minimum, or I've accepted the bare minimum, and over the years, the price just keeps getting higher. The standards just keep getting higher. The price has gone up, right? Because when you've gone through so much in life and you've experienced all of these low vibrational experiences, you don't have it in you to be doing all of this nonsense that a lot of people are doing. You don't have it, right? And if you don't want to be a wife or you don't really agree with all of that kind of stuff, that's completely okay. I definitely understand in the day and age that we're living in why marriage is very scary for a lot of women. I will always understand that. And even when I'm married, guys, I will always tell women, be very, very careful, be very picky, be very selective. Next guy that I end up with, my husband, like, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT because with everything I've been through, he will have to go and above and beyond, right? Because I'm not settling. I like romance. I like men that want to provide. I like men that are aligned with their goals. I like men that are disciplined, right? And I can have it all because I'm a limitless being. I know who I am, right? I know the value I bring to somebody, right? I don't ever have to question that. So I'm deserving of everything that I want, right? And I have so much love to give, guys. I know the energy I bring to a relationship, to a friendship, to a situation. I know self, right? And I know that's going to sound cocky and arrogant to some people, but when you know who you know who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I feel like too many people are so humble about themselves. And there's nothing wrong with being humble, but sometimes big yourself up. You know who you are, you know the value you bring. So why should you settle for less? So I don't know if you guys know about Neville Goddard. He's absolutely amazing. I've been listening to him so much, and I actually have known about him probably since like 2020, 2019 or so. But as of recently, I've been more like listening to everything he's said over and over again, and really trying to apply certain things to my life, right? And the moment that I started to shift my mindset from lack to abundance, small little things started to align themselves with the life that I wanted, right? The moment I switched my mindset from lack to abundance, it all just seemed a little bit clearer, okay? I was really in a lack mindset after my last heartbreak because I just thought, man, like, hopeless romantic like me, they ain't nothing for me out there. Every single man is trash. Every single man is just awful, and they're all dangerous, and we need to be aware of them, and I'm just gonna be single for the rest of my life and whatnot, right? And I was really moving from a place of lack, and I'm so and I find it so important now to not move from a place of lack. With everything I do, this is not just about relationships, but I feel like when you're trying to step into this abundant mindset, it applies to every single thing that you do. Work life, relationships, family, experiences, whatever it is you want to do, the abundant mindset must apply to everything. I do not think in lack with anything, right? Everything is coming from a place of an abundant mindset, right? I really had to try, and it's very hard, guys, to shift my mindset from all men are evil and demonic to there are some good men out there. And I will say this right now, I do believe that the amount of men out there that are somewhat good or decent men, you know, they'll be great husbands and fathers, I feel like it's very minuscule. I don't think it's a lot, honestly. And maybe that is a bit I don't know if you'd class that as coming from a lack mindset, but I just truly think that there definitely are good men out there, decent men out there that will align with what I want and who I am and will respect me and love me and cherish me, right? But I just don't think that we're really working with a large pool here, if you get what I mean. But I do believe that there are some wonderful men out there, and I'm gonna experience everything in this life, right? Everything good that I want, I can have. I already have. I don't need to worry, okay? So when it comes to love and it's come down to relationships, I had to shift my mindset, and I did that towards the end of last year. I believe this year I definitely went with intention. I said, look, I'm not gonna be dilly-dallying about. Of course, I wasn't just rushing and saying, hey, I'm gonna get married and I have a timeline. It was just more about being intentional with what I want, and realizing that it's okay for me to still want to be a wife and a mother and do have that family unit. That's perfectly okay, and I will not allow things online to, push me away from that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting love. I feel like we live in a day and age where it's almost seemed to be like a shame for women and men to want healthy relationships, to want a partner that aligns with them, right? It's almost seemed to be like, oh, why would you want that and whatnot? And I can understand from so many different points of view as to why people think that. But if you're somebody that, deep down inside, you're meant to be a husband, you're meant to be a wife, or, you're meant to have a specific type of relationship and you want that, then you can have it. But don't allow what you see online and what people tell you and their experience scare you away from wanting what you want. It's perfectly okay to want love and want relationships and want these things. The only thing that I will say, and I will always preach up until the day that I'm married and I'm a wife, is that women need to be very, very careful, very selective, very, very careful, very, very careful, and just be very smart about the choices that you make and what you entertain, okay? And that can look different to every single person, but just be very aware of what a lot of men are like. And when you're somebody like me that has gone through it all, that comes very naturally to you. And it's about having that balance between, like, yeah, like, I know what a lot of men are very capable of and how they've acted. I've been treated this way in the past and I've gained all this wisdom. And then, also balancing that with, okay, but I still want to experience a beautiful relationship and romance and love and marriage, and having that balance. I think that's what it's about. That's what I think it's about. I want you to write a list of what you think the bare minimum is, right? What do you want in a dream husband, a dream partner, right? And literally listen to Neville Goddard, because I truly believe that when you want something, all you need to do is really align with that energy, really step into that, really change your mindset, and everything you want will just come to you. I will never ever, like I said, I'm not going to make content telling women, oh, be like this for a man and you're going to attract the. No, 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 no. Like I said in my last video, you become your own dream woman, and everything that you want will naturally be attracted to you, will naturally be drawn to you. You don't need to be going out there doing crazy things. No, just follow your path, know what you want, and move with intention. That is all you need to do in this life for anything, right? And I feel like it's crazy because the moment I really started to make that intention with certain things, I've just realized, like, the universe listens, God listens, and and this is not just about relationships, work and fitness and things like that. The universe has given me so many signs, and I feel like there's been so much growth, and I'm so grateful to self and the people around me. And yeah, that's here I am yapping. One thing I'm working on is being a bit more straight to the point, because I kind of waffle a lot, right? But stop settling for the bare minimum, right? Stop accepting the bare minimum, because you deserve more. I don't care if you accepted the bare minimum in the past. I don't care if you settled for less in the past. From today, you make a change and you align yourself with what you want, and you allow yourself to accept all of the blessings and opportunities and amazing people that the universe has out there. You do not settle. You do not need to settle, because you're a limitless being. Why would you settle when you've already settled in the past? Why would you accept the bare minimum when you've already done that in the past, right? and learn from my video, guys. A guy sending you flowers before he's met you, and he's trying to court you and impress you and all of those things. That's the bare minimum. A guy should be planning dates. A guy should be wanting to get to know you, right? Romance isn't dead, believe it or not. I don't think romance is dead, but just be very, very intentional and don't settle, right? Why would you settle? When you've come this far, why would you settle? Why would you accept the bare minimum? Okay, if you're not comfortable with this modern day dating and the hookup culture, don't allow anyone to pressure you into accepting it and being like, yeah, you know, this is how it should be, and it's empowering and whatnot. And you know deep down inside you ain't built for that. Do not do it. You stay true to yourself all the time. It doesn't matter about the outside noise. It doesn't matter about what the world is doing. It doesn't matter what people are saying to you. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You do what you need to do, and you will receive everything that you want in this life, right? I nearly allowed myself to fall down that trap of, yeah, I'm just I'm just gonna be a certain way. I'm just gonna be this. Deep down, self knew this is not what I was destined for. I can't do that, guys. I always want to, you know, I feel like love is the highest frequency, and I am completely made out of love, and I love love, and I love everybody. Like, I'm just one of those people, and I refuse to completely like dim myself because of my past experiences, right? All I've learned is the lessons, and I've become smarter, and I'm grateful for that, right? And when you have those lessons and you can learn from it, you can just adapt it to your life, but it doesn't mean that you need to completely give up on what you want, right? Or what your heart desires for. You can still be open, but not desperate. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I feel like write down a list of things that you won't and you will accept, things that you would want from a future partner, bare minimum list. And look at that, reflect on that when you're speaking to somebody. Be aligned with what you want in this life. Don't entertain foolishness, right? Because sometimes you can entertain something just for a bit of fun, just for the plot, and oh, now you're in God knows what of a situation, right? And it's hard, you know, the journey can be lonely sometimes, but I feel like eventually everything you want will have, and we're all in different phases and seasons in life, and just trust the process. There's nothing to fear, right? There's nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. I even had comments. I'm gonna hate to talking still, but I've even had comments on our video like, oh, you know, be careful stuff. And I get it. I know it's probably coming from a place of love. And trust me, I'm always gonna protect myself and look out for myself. I love myself too much to not be careful, right? But I'm also gonna experience and take in all of the beautiful experiences that the universe and God has set out for me. I'm just gonna be careful. That's all it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful. I really hope that this video helped somebody or touched somebody, or I don't know. But thank you so much. Have an amazing week ahead. You will have an amazing week ahead, and yeah, see you soon.